Well, I've got a special treat for you today. I'm down in the basement in front of the stove, and what I've got here, these are little splits out of a pecan tree we just recently dropped. This was down in our tree planting, 30-year-old pecan tree. And Susan and I have noticed over the years that of all the different woods we burn, pecan has the best smell. And if you're a wood burner, you know you can recognize what's going up the chimney by the smell when you're outside. And we have noticed many times that pecan has just absolutely a delicious odor when it burns. So that got me to thinking, you know, they use white oak, and you can tell white oak from black oak when it burns too. But you can tell from white oak you can tell white oak when it's going up the chimney. And white oak is used to age wine and distilled spirits. There's new oak barrels that have been charred are used to make bourbon, and then the used staves from those are used for Canadian whiskey and for Scotch. And anyway, it got me to thinking, would pecan, because of its delicious flavor of that smoke, would pecan make an interesting flavor in distilled spirits? Well, that's pretty easy to do yourself if if you've got a wood stove. A few years back, I took some little pieces of white oak like this, charred them, and put them in a fruit jar, poured some high quality vodka in that, and we left it sit a couple years. Now, had a high wood to alcohol ratio there. And after a couple of years, that vodka was absolutely black, and boy did it taste woody. I mean, it had serious white oak flavor. So that was a success. Whoa, let's cool that down a bit. There we go. Trying to cool those down. They're getting too hot on one end there. Wait, I don't want to lose it. Oh, don't want to lose my chunk of pecan there. That's a nice chunk of pecan. Boy, that fire is hot this morning. Anyway, so that was a success. Now, when you buy vodka, it's probably going to be like 80 proof. Barrel proof on whiskeys is going to be like 120 or 130. 100 proof is 50% alcohol, but barrel proof on bourbons is going to be like 120, 130. Now you can buy 95% ethyl alcohol. There's a couple different brands, and they will be, 95%, that's 190 proof. You can bring the strength up by adding some of that to 80 proof. Now if you take, I think 50% 80 proof and 50% 190 proof, you end up about 135 proof. That's really hotter than you need for an experiment like this. But yeah, they're burning. Want to get a good char on the outside of them. Get a good char on them, then I'm going to drop them in the ash bucket and snap the lid on and let them smother. There, that big one is burning now. But anyway, so we did that with white oak, and with that much wood and a little bit of alcohol, it flavors it up pretty quick. But we left it sit 2 years before we even tasted it and looked at it. And boy, you could pour a little bit in a shot glass, and it was just absolutely like black coffee. It was really interesting, and it had a nice flavor, very intense on the woodiness. So I thought what we'd do is take some pecan and see what pecan charred pecan does to the flavor of alcohol. Okay, those are burning pretty good now. I want to get this back end scorched good. Okay, and boy, that is getting hot. I gotta take a glove here. That little shovel is getting hot. Okay, dropping those in, snapping the lid on. That'll smother them. There we go. There's one got away from me there. I gotta get him picked up. There's a piece got away from me there. He needs to cook just a little more. He's black on one side and not the other. Get that piece in there. There, she popped right back into flame. Get her good and hot. There we go. Now I'm gonna drop him in the bucket. Whoa! Lots of smoke. Woo! Burns the eyes. Okay. Close the stove up. Yeah, the stove was getting plenty of air. It was getting hot. Okay. And you can see the bucket is smoking. I'm going to take that outside so we don't smoke up the house. And that'll be an interesting experiment. Let those go out. Add a little vodka to them in a jar, and probably give it 6 months and give it a test and see what it tastes like. So we will have to update you when the time comes. So thank you very much for watching. We're always thinking up new stuff here at our place. Catch y'all later. Bye-bye.